10 more signs that you're a bad driver. Back again with a part 2 of 10 signs you're a bad driver. Part 1 done really well on my channel, so obviously I made a part 2 to this. If you haven't already, please make sure you watch part 1 to this series. And to everyone who's saying my channel is similar to Bladed Angels, don't say that to me, say that to him because he's the one copying my video ideas. You know what? Let's just start the video. Number 11. Being small. Being small as a driver is never good, especially if you're driving a big car. When you're driving as a small human being, you can't see the road properly. This is obviously not good, mainly because if there's a child on the floor and you can't see the child, you're gonna run him over. Even after you run over the small child, you might just think it was a small pothole or a fallen branch and continue on with your day, not realizing you just unalived a child a few miles back. And now you're wondering why there are multiple police and an FBI team right behind you telling you to pull over. By the way, I'm not trying to call out people with dwarfism, so please don't get offended. Number 12. Ignoring traffic cones or signs. This is single-handedly one of the worst things you could do to damage your car, or even you. These signs are literally placed there for you to stay safe when you're driving, in case if you fall into a hole in the road or something. You might think that was a random example, but some workers could be repairing a pipe underground, or they might even be fixing a pothole just so you don't run it over and pop a tire. But no, you guys just don't care and run over cones just because you think it might save you a few seconds. But little do you know, you have to pay for new tires, new rims, possibly new bumpers, and maintenance fees for disrupting other people's work. Number 13. Speeding. I'm a very honest guy, so let's be completely honest here. We've all really wanted to put the pedal to the metal at least once in our lives before. I'm sure you've wanted to nail it or even open the throttle when there is no one around. And that's completely fine. It's completely normal as a human being to floor your car to see how fast it really is. But what's not fine is doing it at every red light you see. I've seen people launching and damaging their car every time they've stopped at a red light. It's to the point where I feel bad for their car because it's like seeing a child getting a bit, no, I can't say that. Swiftly moving on to number 14. Not knowing how to do basic parking. This is one of the worst things that God has ever given us. I don't think I have to explain this one, but I know that there is a lot of slow people in this world. So for the sake of this video, I will. Imagine this. You're coming home after a stressful day of work, after dealing with an idiotic boss who never leaves you alone, and all you want to do is park your car, get home and relax. But you can't even do that because some idiot parked his car in the middle of 2 spots. Like bro, you could have parked your car anywhere else. But this stupid, unintellected, bloody idiot doesn't care for anyone other than themselves. Maybe it's just a British thing, but most houses in the UK don't have private parking, so anyone can park in front of your house if they wanted to. Number 15. Never servicing your car. People that say they don't need to service their car gives me the same energy as going to the hospital is bad for you. Make it make sense. If a check engine light pops up, that usually means that you need to service your car because there is something wrong with your engine. Obviously, but it does not mean that to these guys. They will literally continue on with the day like their engine doesn't have anything wrong with it and that it could stop working any second. And after that happens, they're going to have to pay for new parts which will cost maybe over 100 times more than they originally had to pay. Some people really do need to know when being cheap isn't good in some cases. Number 16. Getting lost when using a GPS. Now this one gets me confused. Like, how did you pass your driving test using a GPS, but you can't use one now after you pass? How? It's one of the easiest things to use, especially if you have CarPlay or Android Auto. And if you get lost easily, this usually means that you don't have good spatial awareness or horrible observation skills because you don't know how to follow a digital map. Imagine if you go back 10 years and give this person a paper map and tell them to navigate somewhere. That would probably be one of the most hectic things ever. Number 17. People who don't give way to emergency vehicles. Now this one is absolutely crazy. Word of advice from me, alright? If you're ever going out with someone, or if you're friends with someone who doesn't give way to an ambulance or police, get away from them. These people are what you call menaces. You never know, there could be a dying child inside of that ambulance on the verge of unaliving, but you can't be asked to just turn your steering wheel to the left or right. For all you know, the police could be trying to capture a top tier murderer that they've been trying to catch for ages. But because you exist, they've wasted too much time and now they've lost track of them. Think about all the lives that could have been saved if all these people actually helped the police. These people clearly aren't the best, and these people clearly don't care about other people's lives. So don't be this person who does this. Number 18. Hesitation. If you hesitate when driving, stop operating a 1000 kg vehicle this instant. You might think I'm being overly dramatic, but no. I'm not. Small hesitations is one of the worst things that you can do to unalive yourself or others around you. This is because when you're going fast, your tires start to warm up and grip the floor better. And if you turn your steering wheel even a little bit when going fast, the car is going to listen to what you say and go exactly where you turn your steering wheel to. This could be good in times where you want to swerve away from a pothole on the road or a child laying on the road, but this is almost always bad when you hesitate, especially if you're driving a big car. Number 19. Using your phone while driving. This is one of the most stupidest decisions you could do while driving. I'm not even mad for the people who do this. I'm actually impressed. I tried using my phone once while driving. I tried to change the music on Spotify, but I realized I nearly rear-ended someone. I don't know whether it's just me who can't do two things at once, or if it's anyone else as well, but trust me, do not find this out the hard way. The person I nearly rear-ended was a road rager, so it wasn't fun being lectured by some random person I've never seen before. The funny thing is, he wasn't even speaking English. I think it was Chinese or Korean, no racism intended, but that's not the point. The point is, you shouldn't do this. Using your phone while driving makes up about 20% of all crashes, and I'm sure you don't want to be part of that 20%. And finally, number 20, aggressive driving. I just want to say that aggressive driving doesn't get you anywhere. Like literally, if you're on a one-lane road with a person driving slower than your liking, but at the speed limit, you don't have a reason to get mad. And secondly, honking and screaming at an old woman isn't going to magically put you in front of that poor person. I understand that you want to be somewhere quickly, but in this situation, you can't do anything. The best thing to do in this predicament is just let it go. Go slow for once in your life, broski. Anyways, that's the end of my video. Please don't take everything that I say literally, because at the end of the day, it's just fun and games. And if I touched your heart a little bit, it's your fault for being annoyed at a random guy on the internet. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.